Hey everyone, this is Justin Martin with Mind Your Movies. I'm a licensed mental health counselor here in the state of Florida and the host of Mind Your Movies. So we touch on movie reviews and movie reactions, show reactions, and give you a therapist's perspective on a lot of cool scenes. Today, we're going to be watching a scene from one of my favorite shows right now, Andor, which is a Star Wars show. This is episode 9 of season 2, so spoiler alert if you haven't seen the show. This scene in particular is a prominent character in the show and was in a few of the movies. Her name is Senator Mon Mothma. And just to give you a little background, she is giving a speech to the Senate in Star Wars and is going to say some difficult things to people. It's and if you've seen the show, you'll understand what I mean. We're gonna watch this scene, and I'll tell you what I think. So, without further ado, let's get into it.
And what is known to be true has become an abyss.
It's locked. Why is it locked?
It's supposed to be.
It hasn't been locked all year.
We know, we fixed it.
What?
We checked the protocol.
Open it.
You need the sequence key.
So let's have it.
We took it up to the security office yesterday.
Of all the things at risk, the loss of an objective reality is perhaps the most dangerous.
The death of truth is the ultimate victory of evil.
Amen.
When truth leaves us, when we let it slip away, when it is ripped from our hands,
We become vulnerable to the appetite of whatever monster screams the loudest.
I don't care if you have to cut power to the whole chamber. Get her off the air!
this chamber's hold on the truth was finally lost on the Gorman Plaza. What took place yesterday, what happened yesterday on Gorman was unprovoked genocide. Yes, genocide. And that truth has been exiled from this chamber. And the monster screaming the loudest, the monster Eve helped create, the monster who will come for us all soon enough, is Emperor Palpatine.
They weren't having any more of that. Woo! She went in. There's so much richness in this scene. The courage it took her to stand in front of a lot of her peers and talk about what happened on Gorman. If you're not familiar, there was a big massacre that happened, and the Empire tried to cover it up, saying that the rebels attacked, when really there was a plot to kind of provoke them to attack to make it seem like the Empire wasn't at fault. Real mind games kind of being played. And Mon Mothma knew this, and she figured that she would speak out uh, for the oppressed people of Gorman. And she said something like, and I'm paraphrasing here, but when we lose sight of the truth, we become appetite to whatever monster screams the loudest. And that just hit me like a ton of bricks. I think it's really relevant in what's going on in the world today. And I don't know about a lot of you, but it's sometimes then hard to distinguish what is the truth and what's not. And that's why I think Mon Mothma in this scene is talking about how important it is to hang on to the truth and not lose sight of it and not pretend like you don't see what's happening. Because once you do that, it is a dangerous road to go down. you, in essence, end up listening to the monster that screams the loudest, right? And I just, when watching this, the feelings I got was like, wow, like the amount of courage that took her to do. And it just made me think of, this is a sci-fi. This is a fantasy that I've grown up with as a kid. And it's funny, a lot of the movies they were created what, 70s, 80s, so we're looking at 40 plus years, but the politics of the movies ring true today. In fact, when I go watch them, I'm like, what? Like, and it can show how some of these themes have long been in history before, but I I listened to her speech, and the thing that I think is just how important it is to hang on to the truth. And don't lose sight of it, because it's a dangerous slope when we have to convince people of what seems to be right there in front of all of our eyes. And I imagine the thing that keeps people blind from the truth is past pain, is greed, is uh, traumatic things that have happened to them. Is I could go on and on and on. But it's our jobs as individuals to make sure that we clear a lot of that up so that we can look at things truthfully. And when we look at things truthfully, I believe we're a more compassionate society. It's difficult to look at things honestly, but that's the only way you can open your heart to it. So I just felt like it was an important video for me to do the video on, an important scene for me to do a video on. And the it's it's one of those rare moments in you think of Star Wars, you think of action, you think of sci-fi, but I don't think a lot of people think about politics, and there is politics in the movies and in the shows, and I'm really loving how Andor is touching on that, and how hard it must have been for Mon Mothma to go in front of all of her colleagues, and people are saying, "No, no," like in front of her. I know what I saw. I know what I saw. I know how it is, right? And her just standing there and calling it what it was, which was a genocide. So I would love to know your thoughts on what you thought of the scene, and if there's anything about that that makes you think of today, right? In our world, outside of the Star Wars universe, feel free to leave that in the comments. Okay, until next time. This is Justin at Mind Your Movie signing off. If you enjoyed this video, please like and subscribe to the channel. And like I said, leave a comment around what you thought of this video and if it reminds you of anything in the real world. So I will see you all next time. Take care.